Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. If you're new, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, don't forget to subscribe below. Turn on notifications by clicking the bell and leave a cool like on the video. We come here, man, bringing important news for you. Look, it's against everything and everyone. If in the Super Cup game this weekend, Flamengo and Corinthians, right? The Super Cup King of Brazil final. We have Rafael Rodrigo Klein there, who always harms Flamengo. Look how crazy. What a surprise. What a surprise we have, right? You know? Who's going to referee Flamengo's debut against São Paulo at Morumbi's tomorrow? Wilton Pereira Sampaio. Ah, what a surprise, right? It's against everything and everyone. Isn't there anyone new? Isn't there any new referees at the Brazilian Football Confederation? Is it always the same ones? It'll always be these guys, right? Funny, out of all of them, it's always the worst ones refereeing Flamengo. Always the ones where Flamengo always gets hurt. It's unbelievable, man. I'm going to bring here the full list of referees for this Flamengo versus São Paulo game. But Wilton Pereira Sampaio, let me tell you, it's a joke, right, man? It's not just tough for a lion. It's not just tough for King Kong, my friends. It's tough for King Kong. The Flamengo fans, obviously, right? Criticizing. Look at that, then. Wilton Pereira Sampaio from Goiânia was the main referee, assisted by Bruno Rafael Pires and Leone Carvalho, both from Goiânia, and Rodrigo D'Alonso Ferreira from Santa Catarina. Keep an eye on him. He missed a lot of calls for Flamengo, didn't call for video assistant referee many times. In the year 2025, look at that. See, it seems like it's against everything and everyone always. It doesn't stop, right? Soon, the only thing left is to have the next referees. Want to bet Daronco that Klaus, soon they'll be back there with Ramon Abate and Abel. You can write it down. You can write it down. It would be absurd if they put Ramon Abate and Abel to referee. Flamengo's game again after all that happened last year? So Flamengo fans are already like, oh my God, it started. It already starts like this. Already a homer. Yeah, he's a homer, right? Right in the first round. Oh my God, right. This ball guy? No, nothing is so bad that it can't get worse, man. The fans, right away, they're not even going to hide it because it's a penalty for São Paulo. Man, the worst part is there's not even any wood to knock on here. But for God's sake, are you crazy? So guys, here's the thing. Look, something happened that got us worried, right? Today at the boarding, actually, at they'll follow along. Flamengo is now arriving at their São Paulo hotel. They're already getting focused for this game against the Tricolor Paulista team. It's tomorrow, right? We've already talked about the refereeing with you guys, and man, something happened that even Flamengo kept updating everyone. Everybody was really worried. Because Flamengo's plane couldn't land, it wasn't cleared to land there in São Paulo, so they had to keep circling there. In the São José dos Campos region, they couldn't get authorization to land because there was a lot of rain in São Paulo. And I'm even here following along. Look at the statements Flamengo has been releasing. The updates Flamengo has been putting out. They stayed there a long time. Look at that. Flamengo's landing in São Paulo was later authorized. They kept circling there. So the Flamengo delegation's plane is flying over the city of São José dos Campos because Guarulhos is closed due to rain and wind. There's no estimate at the moment. A few minutes later, Flamengo announced that the landing was authorized, and then at 4:42 post-meridium, the delegation just landed in Guarulhos. Everyone's fine and calm. Everything's peaceful, for God's sake. Now, the situation we're going to bring to you about Lucas Paquetá, I'll call. After Flamengo's arrival, let's see how Mengo's arrival was. Now at the hotel in São Paulo.
Arriving right now, the delegation of Clube de Regatas do Flamengo. Pullman Ibirapuera Hotel, the hotel that will serve as the base for Flamengo's delegation for the match against São Paulo. The first round of the Brazilian Championship, the Brasileirão, has started. Security guards there, getting off the bus. After a flight full of emotions, Flamengo arrives calmly, everything peaceful here in São Paulo for this match against São Paulo Futebol Clube. Let's see who gets off the bus first. Good evening. The first football manager of Flamengo, Gabriel Skinner, is the first member of the delegation to get off the bus. Flamengo faces São Paulo on Wednesday and plays Corinthians in the Super Cup Sunday. King Rodrigo Paiva, Director of Communications for Flamengo's professional football, is another one getting off the bus. These are the first members of the Rubro Negro delegation to arrive at the hotel. Here in São Paulo, we'll wait for the athletes. Coach Felipe Luiz, Director Jose Boto, let's go. The first player to get off the bus is defender Leo Pereira, the Rubro Negro defender. Getting off the bus next. If there's Leo Pereira, there's Leo Ortiz, the Leleo squad. Mengão's defense arrives with defender Vitão and Colombian midfielder Jorge Carrascal Mano. Next, it looks like it's Emerson Royal, himself the right back for Mengão, followed by the forward Everton Cebolinha. Fans telling Emerson Royal to play ball. Goalkeeper Andrel on his first trip with Clube de Regatas do Flamengo. The next player to come down is the Ecuadorian Gonzalo Plata, followed by goalkeeper Diogo Alves. They are Mengão players Daniel Sales, together with Samorino and the coach Felipe Luiz. Getting off the bus, Ayrton Lucas walked past you, Ivan Polanco, assistant to coach Eric Polgar. Next, the birthday. Before the week, Alexandre will meet the fan Pedro Guilherme, the striker Reverencia, the midfielder Guilherme, the midfielder Gilberto, followed by Pablo Lucio. Bruno Henrique, 27 is here. Jose Boto, Flamengo's technical football director. Arrasca, there's Guilherme, Varela, Bruno Henrique. He came here to meet the fans. Agostinho Rossi, Jorginho is back too. Back again, we're going to meet the fans. Jorginho's coming to meet Flamengo's fans. He was out of the last games because of a dental surgery. Here comes Jorginho arriving here. Rodrigo Caio, permanent assistant coach of Flamengo's technical staff, will also meet the fans next. Physical trainer Diogo Linhares, Dr. Fernando Sasaki. Look, there's Rodrigo Caio here, meeting the fans, very attentive. Flamengo's idol, Rodrigo Caio. Jose Boto over there, good Boto. He closed with Paquetá. Boto didn't want to answer. There's Jose Boto, and that's it. Arrival completed, a boy.
Flamengão is in São Paulo to play São Paulo Futebol Clube. Let's talk about the market. Check this out. Flamengo made an inquiry to Grêmio about the midfielder Zortéia, 18 years old, a standout in Grêmio's youth categories. Okay, the red-black team asked for the terms to make an official offer, but the Rio Grande do Sul club hasn't replied yet. Although he is not yet in the immediate plans for the professional squad, Zortéia is seen as a young player with great potential. But he had a good performance in the last Copinha, where he played in 7 matches and scored 1 goal. Atletico's agent was at CPF this week to discuss the interest. Flamengo is interested in signing the Grêmio player, Zortéia, 18 years old. It wouldn't be for the professional team. It would really be an investment in the player's development. So Flamengo could sign the midfielder Zortéia from Grêmio, a player for the coming years, 18 years old, and he's already starting to be noticed and even evaluated to play for the professional team. We know that Flamengo also does this work of scouting, searching for and discovering these players. Look, I want to bring you something important that we need to talk about. Everyone is talking about this new profile picture of Flamengo. It's something that everyone is commenting on. Flamengo brought back the profile picture, very similar to the one they used in 2019, 2016, 2016. It was this one. Look, it was this one. And now, Flamengo's profile came back with the exact same photo, same style as the one they had in 2016. Lucas Paquetá and Flamengo already joked about this the other day. 2016 trend, then they posted photos of Lucas Paquetá and everything, so the profile picture. Flamengo has changed and is gradually teasing Paquetá's announcement with spoilers. They're basically revealing it, right? That's it. Rio and goal and everything else. Flamengo is playing around and showing this. For example, this one I told you about, Rio and goal, that Flamengo posted. Look, earlier today, Rio and goal. So Flamengo is giving several spoilers about the situation, about Lucas Paquetá, who at any moment will be officially announced, but the club is showing it, giving hints, right? Just giving hints, okay? And so we're keeping an eye on Saúl as well, right, man? He posted, it's about his treatment, right? There was a post from Saúl that I'm going to talk to you about. He even showed his surgery on his heel. Yeah, I think it's important for us to update you about all the players. So look here, through X, the midfielder Saúl, who returned this Tuesday, posted a photo undergoing treatment on his heel. In the image, you can see the scar from the surgery performed on his left heel. And he wrote, okay, I'm here, I'm fine, everything's going well so far. So Saúl posted that. And we can see there's the mark, and we can see here, and we can see Roberti. But thank God he's there getting treatment. And we know that soon the midfielder will be back. Better than before, without pain and ready to play, and help Flamengo a lot in the 2026 season. That's it. Please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Red and black greetings. This is Flamengo, right?